Akash, or the AKT token, is on a massive rally, and yes, this can be partially because of manipulation by the centralized exchanges. There are perpetual futures on Kraken, for example, but I don't think that's the whole story. This is the current rally. We are at $1.52, and this is where you can trade the token off-chain on KuCoin and on Kraken. CoinGecko doesn't show any perpetual futures, but Kraken apparently does have them. Now, why do perpetual futures even matter? They matter because they are a bet on the price of the token. They are side bets without being involved in buying and selling the token. Now, when there's a lot of perpetual futures trading happening on an exchange, and the exchange itself holds a lot of that token, then the centralized exchange can manipulate the price up and down in the exact opposite direction to what the positions are open of all the retail people trading on those perpetual futures. So on the one hand, you're the casino that allows for bets on the price, but on the other hand, you can also manipulate that price to your liking. And yes, when there's a lot of volatility on a token, when the price moves up and down radically, and at the same time we see perpetual futures, and at the same time we see a lot of trading volume on the exchanges with those futures, here Kraken has a 20% market share, then this is an indication that we potentially see some manipulation here. But I don't think this is the whole story. Let's take a step back and talk about what Akash actually is. Akash is a competitor to Render, so it's a decentralized network to distribute computing power. And since Render is doing quite well recently, Akash is probably also as an extension benefiting from this. But that's not the only tailwind. Akash's super cloud AI network is now live. Akash's ecosystem is quite developed already. So these are real working applications, nothing just in beta. Some of them really just focusing on Akash, others supporting Akash as one of their networks. Akash is part of the Cosmos ecosystem of Osmosis, to be more exact. But if you really wanted to, you could also buy a bridged asset either on Polygon, 600 holders over here, or on Ethereum, 200 holders over here. The liquidity pool is very, very small though. It's $4,000 worth. Now Render is going up, AI tokens are going up. What are these other tailwinds for Akash? Another tailwind is that the Cosmos ecosystem is outperforming a lot recently. Here are the subchains on Cosmos, and within Cosmos, the Osmosis chain gained the most in the last month. So look at this, the total value locked on Osmosis over time, it's increasing quite steadily. Yes, the circulating supply of Akash is increasing over time, but it's not too bad. It's 13.6% in the last year, according to Messari.io. There is a bit of a mismatch when we look at the Explorer, because here we see that apparently there's only an inflation of 8%, whereas the staking reward is 12.9%. But independent of the exact numbers, the token inflation for a project of that size is not big whatsoever, and you can offset it by staking your Akash. There's a bit of growth in the socials as well. This is the number of Reddit subscribers. This is the number of Twitter followers. Telegram, unfortunately, is not growing. But that's not really a surprise. The Telegram channel really is pretty much garbage. There's no real useful discussion happening here. What we have over here is the relative price of Osmosis to Ethereum, because Osmosis to a degree is a competitor to Ethereum, both smart contract platforms, and is outperformed by 150% almost in the last month. This is a strong tailwind, of course, for Akash as well, since Akash lives on Osmosis. This is Akash relative to Ethereum with its recent rally. And yes, we did see an underperformance during the bear market. No surprise here, inherent leverage. Here is Akash relative to Render. So this is now AKT divided by RNDR, moving pretty much in sync. These are two tokens in very similar areas within crypto. If you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to do so, and a like would be very much appreciated as well. It will help the channel grow. Feel free to join our Telegram as well. Link is down below.